The Social Club Livestream Starter Kit. Because unresolved trauma deserves a webcam. Are you an aging former street guy struggling with the horrifying reality that nobody under the age of 47 fears you anymore? Do your grandchildren refuse to sit through your 17-hour story about a guy named Nicky the Hat who allegedly stole tires in 1982? Do you miss the glory days of cigarette smoke, unpaid bookmaker debts, and screaming at strangers outside a Brooklyn bakery? Then you may qualify for the all-new Social Club Livestream Starter Kit. The revolutionary online platform specifically designed for emotionally volatile ex-neighborhood legends who recently discovered YouTube analytics. For just 3 easy payments of bitterness and high blood pressure, you'll receive one stained polo shirt from 1994, prescription strength nostalgia, industrial-grade rage amplification technology, a folding table permanently sticky for unknown reasons, 2 broken microphones, a suspiciously aggressive comment section, and our patented digital disrespect detection system. That's right. Our advanced software instantly alerts you anytime somebody disagrees with you. A woman speaks independently online. Another former mobster starts a podcast. Or somebody under the age of 30 asks for evidence. But wait, there's more. Order now and we'll throw in the Internet Tough Guy expansion pack absolutely free, featuring random accusations, screaming over guests, loyalty lectures, contradictory stories, and 47 uninterrupted minutes explaining why everybody else is a rat. Still not convinced? Then try our Deluxe Golden Era Delusional Package. With just one click, you too can transform ordinary childhood memories of neighborhood dysfunction into the last real men in America. Amazing. And because we care about authenticity, every order includes 1 fake Sinatra playlist, expired hair dye, 3 stress cigars, and a complimentary doctor warning about sodium intake. Warning: side effects may include paranoia, live stream addiction, public feuds, yelling at subscribers, emotional regression, and confusing internet attention with organized crime influence. Do not operate heavy machinery while reading YouTube comments. The Social Club Livestream Starter Kit. Because when the streets move on, there's always super chats. Disclaimer: this program is intended for educational, historical, psychological, and existentially embarrassing purposes only. It examines the public behavior, online persona, and cultural mythology surrounding former organized crime figures in the modern social media era. Any resemblance between the emotional maturity displayed in this episode and a malfunctioning 1987 social club argument is purely coincidental. The views expressed by the individuals discussed are their own and are not endorsed by this channel. No elderly wise guys were harmed during the production of this documentary, though several keyboards may have been assaulted during live stream arguments. Viewer discretion is advised, especially if you still think yelling louder automatically means you are right. Now let's get into it.
A Pizzaverse Studios documentary. A Palermo Productions original. Analyzing Evil. Jimmy Calandra, The Last Gasps of a Dying Street Myth. Written by Bambi Palermo. Narrated by Vincent DiPrio. Produced by Pizzaverse Studios. Research and Cultural Analysis, The Pizzaverse Archives. Psychological Damage Reconstruction Team. 3 guys from Brooklyn arguing near a deli at 1:30 in the morning. Historical Accuracy Consultants. That one old guy who still says, "back in my day," before every sentence. Digital Forensics Department. YouTube comment sections and untreated rage. Special thanks. the night crew, the coffee addicts, the insomniac goblins. And everybody's still surviving the internet without throwing their phone through drywall. No social clubs were raided during the making of this documentary. Several egos, however, suffered catastrophic structural damage. Viewer discretion is advised, especially if you think live stream screaming is a substitute for a personality. There's something deeply pathetic about watching old gangsters discover live streaming. Not tragic. Not cinematic. Pathetic. Because the mythology they spent decades building, the fear, the reputation, the illusion of power, collapses the moment it collides with modern internet culture. The velvet curtain gets pulled back. The dangerous street legend becomes an aging man screaming into a webcam about betrayal, disrespect, and enemies nobody outside a 5-block radius has ever heard of. And few people embody that collapse more completely than Jimmy Calandra. At first glance, Jimmy presents himself as the authentic voice of old Brooklyn street life. The last witness to a vanished world of social clubs, stick-up crews, prison politics, and organized crime. A survivor from the Bath Avenue era. But underneath the performance is something far uglier. A man seemingly trapped psychologically inside the violence, paranoia, misogyny, and insecurity of a dead era. This isn't the story of a criminal mastermind. It's the story of what happens when a neighborhood predator mistakes fear for respect, and then tries to turn that fear into internet relevance. The performance of violence. Jimmy's entire public identity revolves around intimidation. The stories, the threats, the screaming, the insults, the endless obsession with who's real and who's fake. Everything is framed through dominance. Because in the world Jimmy came from, violence wasn't just survival. It was social currency. The old neighborhood ecosystem rewarded men who were loud, impulsive, feared, emotionally unstable, and willing to escalate situations instantly. And decades later, Jimmy still appears psychologically chained to that system. Every disagreement becomes betrayal. Every criticism becomes disrespect. Every woman who speaks against him becomes a target for humiliation. It's the emotional framework of a street bully who never evolved beyond the social club. The misogyny. One of the ugliest aspects of gray-haired, middle-aged Jimmy's online presence is the repeated degradation of women. Women are insulted, dismissed, mocked, reduced to crude labels whenever conflict appears. And it reveals something important. For all the talk about honor and respect, much of old-school mob culture was built on deeply insecure masculinity. The mythology always claimed these men protected women. The reality? Many of them couldn't tolerate women speaking independently at all. That contradiction matters. Because the same culture that romanticized respect often treated women as disposable props inside male ego wars. Jimmy's public behavior frequently feels less like strength and more like resentment. Resentment toward aging, toward irrelevance, toward changing social norms, and toward a world that no longer fears men simply because they yell loudly. The internet as a new social club. The irony is unbelievable. These men once operated in shadows. Now they livestream for super chats. The old mob code was supposedly built on secrecy. Now every argument becomes content. Every feud becomes monetized. Jimmy became part of a strange digital ecosystem where former criminals reinvent themselves as outrage entertainers. Not historians, not educators, entertainers. The algorithm rewards rage, so rage becomes identity. The result is an endless cycle. Accusations, personal attacks, manufactured enemies, loyalty tests, public meltdowns. It stops being about history entirely. At some point, the stories of old Brooklyn disappear, replaced by the internet equivalent of drunken screaming outside a social club at 2 in the morning. The cult of authenticity. Jimmy's defenders often say, he's authentic. But authentic to what? Authentic cruelty. Authentic instability. Authentic misogyny. Authentic self-destruction. Being real is meaningless if the reality itself is toxic. And that's the uncomfortable truth hiding underneath much of mob media. People confuse proximity to violence with wisdom. But surviving brutality does not automatically produce intelligence or morality. Sometimes it just produces damaged people who normalize abusive behavior because it's all they've ever known. The tragedy of the old mob guys. Here's the saddest part. Underneath the anger, many of these men seem spiritually stranded in the past. The neighborhoods changed. The crews disappeared. The social clubs vanished. The fear faded. But psychologically, some of them never left. So the internet becomes a substitute for the old corner. The live stream becomes the new card game. Subscribers become soldiers. Comment sections become loyalty tests. It's not power. It's digital nostalgia mixed with unresolved trauma. The real lesson. Jimmy Calandra is not frightening because he represents mafia power. He's frightening because he represents what happens when violence becomes someone's entire personality. When intimidation replaces emotional maturity long enough, eventually the person loses the ability to communicate any other way. And that's the final collapse of the old mob myth. Not glory. Not honor. Not brotherhood. Just aging men trapped inside decades-old paranoia, screaming into cameras while the world moves on without them. The gangster fantasy always promised power. But in the end, many of these men became prisoners of the very personas they created. And the internet simply exposed what was already there. And maybe that's the real ending to the gangster story nobody ever tells you. Not the suits. Not the money. Not the legends. Just old men haunted by versions of themselves they can't let die. Because once your entire identity is built on fear, intimidation, and reputation, what happens when the neighborhood disappears? What happens when the social club closes? When the crew flips? When the streets forget your name? When the only remaining audience is a live stream chat, laughing while you spiral in real time? That's the part Hollywood never shows you. The final stage of the myth. Not kings of the underworld. Just prisoners of their own persona. And maybe that's why so many of these guys stay angry forever. Because deep down, they know the scariest thing isn't prison. It's irrelevance. Thanks for watching, crew. This has been another journey into the collapsing mythology of power, ego, violence, and the strange psychological ruins left behind when men spend their entire lives confusing fear with respect. And remember, the internet never forgets. But eventually, the neighborhood does. Before you go, make sure to like, subscribe, and join the Pizzaverse Social Club, where we dig through the rot beneath the mythology and expose the ugly wiring underneath the stories people were never supposed to question. If you enjoyed this episode, hit that notification bell so YouTube can continue aggressively recommending emotionally unstable old mobsters directly into your living room at 2 a.m. Special thanks to all the channel members, the Pizzaverse crew, the Night Owls, the Coffee Addicts, the Insomnia Goblins, the Tupperware Bandits, Meth Heads, haters, and everybody keeping independent documentaries alive. While the algorithm slowly mutates into a digital casino run by invisible lizards with marketing degrees. A Palermo Productions original. Produced by Pizzaverse Studios. Written by Bambi Palermo. Narrated by Vincent DiPrio. And to the wise guys currently rage searching their own names on YouTube, relax. It's only the internet. What could possibly go wrong? This is all the attention you're getting, Jimmy, the Jughead. I'll see you at the next one.
You ever taste something that don't just hit your tongue, after but hits your soul? Yep, I didn't think so. Not until now. This is the Bambi Bar. Not your average corner store garbage. Nah, this is high-class indulgence. We're talking 24-karat gold, platinum accents, rose gold finishes. Yeah, we went all the way with this one. And inside, forget what you think you know about chocolate. This thing's infused with cotton candy. Sweet, airy, melts like a memory you ain't ready to let go of. It's soft, it's rich, it's dangerous. Like falling for the wrong person. Sub and not caring one bit. This ain't candy. This is a luxury chocolate experience. The kind of thing you don't share. The kind of thing you hide. The kind of thing you take one bite of. And suddenly everybody around you, they don't matter no more. You want cheap? Go somewhere else. You want unforgettable? You already know where to go. The Bambi Bar. One bite, and you're made. Brought to you by Bambi's Sugar Syndicate. Luxury never tasted this dangerous.
I don't reply by, please stop typing. I'm not in the mood, don't try me. Do I look pissed off, bitch? Cause I might be. Don't freak with me and my frequency. No decency, I got too many girls trying to freak my meat to be pressed over little Miss Minnie. Me? Bitch, pay me my damn respect. Let him sweat, let him sweat, let him sweat. Call Taylor, I'ma need all hands on deck. Let him sweat, let him sweat, let him sweat. I'm not in the mood, come say something. I'm not in the mood, come say something. I'm not in the mood, come say something. Come say something, bitch, come say something. Come say something. Come say something. I'm not in the mood, come say something. Come say something, bitch, come say something. Good luck getting out alive. I don't like to famous. I didn't mean to hurt you. I heard that all my life. Bitch, I got big dreams, pipe down. Talk shit, get psyched out. Look who's on the mic now. Not you, bitch, shut the fuck up. Bitch, pay me my damn respect. Let him sweat, let him sweat, let him sweat. Call Taylor, I'ma need all hands on deck. Let him sweat, let him sweat, let him sweat. I'm Everybody come on, gather round. Life is so beautiful now that I don't see you around. I dare you to run your mouth. I dare you to run your mouth. I dare you to run your mouth. Bitch, I dare you to run your mouth. I'm not in the mood, come say something. I'm not in the mood, come say something. I'm not in the mood, come say something. Come say something, bitch, come say something. Come say something. Come say something. I'm not in the mood, come say something. Come say something, bitch, come say something. I'm not in the mood, come say something. I'm not in the mood, come say something. I'm not in the mood, come say something. Come say something, bitch, come say something.